Summer seems to bring out the worst in most men's wardrobes. And I don't know whether it's simply the heat, the casual feeling that summer brings, or just simply not knowing how to dress for a warmer temperature. But once you understand how to dress well in summer, it could actually be a man's most stylish season. So in today's video, we're going to go over 9 things a gentleman never wears in summer. Hello, my name is James, and I'm on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. One thing a gentleman never wears in summer are flip-flops when not at either a pool or at the beach. If you're dipping in and out of a swimming pool, walking along the sand, going in the ocean, a pair of flip-flops is perfectly acceptable. However, during the summer, you will see many men wearing these shoes, if you can even call them shoes, to the grocery store, to the restaurant, walking around town, and not only does it simply look unstylish, it's also impractical, and it shows everybody your toes, which, let's be honest, most people probably don't want to see. The rule is simple: if there is no water in sight, leave the flip-flops at home, and opt instead for a comfortable pair of summer shoes such as espadrilles or loafers. Hey, even a pair of leather sandals is better. A gentleman never makes the mistake of wearing the wrong fabric in summer. It might seem logical to throw on a baggy t-shirt, but that will be made of heavy cotton, which is not a breathable fabric at all. If you're going on vacation, you might be tempted to go out and buy a bunch of new clothes from fast fashion stores, and even if they are summer styles, it's very likely they will be made of synthetic fabrics like polyester, which simply don't breathe well. Instead, a gentleman looks at the fabric and he chooses pieces in linen, in seersucker, in Egyptian cotton, and even lightweight tropical wool. This is the cheat code to dressing well in the summer months. Now, I'm not one to say that a gentleman never wears shorts. I think that in today's society, it's perfectly acceptable for casual occasions when it's warm. And if it's above 90 degrees and it's humid and I'm going to be doing something active, I am certainly not afraid to wear a pair of shorts. But I believe that after sunset, the evening is a more formal time, and then it becomes somewhat inappropriate for a man to wear shorts. You might even find that some restaurants have a dress code prohibiting men from wearing shorts, and that's something that I personally agree with, and I like to see establishments, I like to see business owners enforcing some standards today, because it's something that's truly missing. But regardless of a dress code, you can hold this standard yourself. Keep the shorts for daytime and throw on some trousers in the evening. Now, speaking of shorts, how do you know if a pair of shorts is suitable as a gentleman? One rule that I recommend never straying from is to keep your shorts above the knee. Typically, when shopping for shorts, particularly online, you'll be presented with a variety of different inseam length options, ranging from 5 inches up to 11 inches and even 13 inches. For most men, 7 or 9 inches is typically better. At 9 inches, the hem of the shorts should be falling just above the knee. When a short falls below the knee, it truly throws off a man's proportions. It makes you look shorter, it makes your legs look skinnier, and it's simply not flattering to any body type. So opt for a 7 or a 9-inch inseam, or during the daytime by the pool for your swimwear, 5 inches is also acceptable. One very well-intentioned mistake that I see men making during the summer is trying to wear garments and pieces that were designed for the winter or for the autumn during these hotter months. A great example would be wearing black leather dress shoes with a summer outfit, even with shorts. Now, when I used to live in Los Angeles, there was actually a neighbor of mine who used to sunbathe in just his swim trunks and then a pair of black leather Oxfords. I truly have no idea why he did that, but it just goes to show that some people don't understand that footwear, like the rest of your wardrobe, is truly seasonal. I mentioned a couple of styles before, such as loafers, espadrilles. Again, even leather sandals can be better than a pair of black Oxford shoes. A pair of sunglasses is an absolute essential during the summer, but what isn't essential is to wear sports sunglasses when no sport is being played. You'll often see these styles. Typically they are made of plastic. They may have a wraparound design. These are made to be worn during periods of activity, during cycling, during tennis, etc., not when lounging by the pool or going out for lunch. Now, there's nothing inherently offensive about these, but if you are a man who cares about style, who cares about dressing well, summer is a great opportunity to embrace those classic styles of sunglasses. Whether it's a pair of tortoiseshell Wayfarers or silver aviators, there are so many iconic styles to choose from. Make sure you pick one of those rather than going with the sport sunglasses. Speaking of sports, I know that many people struggle with the heat and they struggle to feel comfortable in summer, and therefore they resort to wearing sport jerseys or maybe even basketball shorts. Gentlemen, make sure that you only ever wear a sports jersey when actually watching a game of sport at the stadium. These garments are simply not appropriate outerwear. If you're just going out by yourself, running errands, nobody's going to say anything, but think about how you will be perceived. Every piece of clothing that we choose sends a message about who we are. And when we opt to wear a sport jersey at an inappropriate time and place, to me that sends a message of negligence and a lack of intentionality. Now, I mentioned how much I love those iconic styles of sunglasses. The aviators, the Wayfarers, whether they are from a brand such as Ray-Ban, Persol, or even Moscot. However, remember, gentlemen, that it's poor etiquette to wear your sunglasses indoors or to wear sunglasses after dark. The reason why is simple. People can't see your eyes. And if you can see their eyes, but they can't see yours, that creates an uneven level of power in the communication dynamic. And people will simply find it offensive. So always be sure to remove the sunglasses. You can simply put them in your top pocket anytime you're indoors or after the sun goes down. Now, I love wearing white trousers in the summer, especially linen. I think it's such an elegant look. But we all know that when you wear such white trousers, it's a rather terrifying existence because they can be so easily stained. That's okay, just make sure that you keep on top of them and don't go out wearing stained trousers. Instead, take them to the dry cleaner. Recently, I spent some time in Miami, as you might have seen, and I saw lots of people wearing white trousers, lots of men wearing white linen, but I was slightly horrified to see that on closer inspection, many of these garments were not adequately cleaned. So if you are going to wear white trousers, white linen, I highly encourage it. But remember, you do need to hold yourself to a high standard of cleanliness. Just check the chair before you're sitting down to prevent any unwanted stains, and make sure you always dine with a napkin on your lap. Gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this video on 9 things that a gentleman never wears during summer. Let us know with a comment one thing that you have stopped wearing in summer in an effort to improve your warm weather style. Remember that if you enjoy the philosophy and the lifestyle that we talk about on this channel, you would most likely feel at home within our members club. This is our growing international network of modern gentlemen. If you're interested, we'll put the link down in the description for you to take a look and explore the membership today.